What's good, family? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Urban Sports Guru, and I'm going to give you my preview of the NFC North. Excuse me, my preview of the NFC North. Now, the team that I think is going to bring up the rear in the NFC North is the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, I understand they went and got they traded, sent Matt Stafford out, and you get the LA quarterback in. And you look at their head coach, Dan Campbell's talking about biting kneecaps. He's basically saying you're gonna have a tough-minded football team. He has to show me that he can put his imprint on this football team and they're gonna be scrapping like that. He has to show me. He has to show me. And even if they are scrapping like that, are they talented enough to really do things in that division? Not just scare people and give them tough games, but are they really talented enough like that? Remains to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you go and you get Jared Goff. Jared Goff is not a bad quarterback. He is not. But I think Jared Goff is a system quarterback. And one of the things that people are forgetting is that the fact that their offense, one of the things that Sean McVay used to do is get them to the line real quickly, and he will tell Jared Goff what is his first read, because the thing, the communication to the quarterback will click off when it's 15 seconds. When it's 15 seconds or less, that thing clicks off. So he would give him the play and give him his first read. So one of the things teams started realizing that, started catching on to that, they'll stretch it to be less than that. So now Jared Goff has to make that read. You know, I do think Sean McVay's a good coach. I won't know all his genius title, but I do think he's really good scheming a running game and scheming guys open. You know, you see guys from the Shanahan tree and how they're able to do things, to be creative, to get the run game started. I think he's good at that. I think Jared Goff benefited from that a lot. I do think he throws a great deep ball. He throws a great deep ball. And sometimes he reminded me, at times, especially when they were scoring all those points, he reminded me of a young Peyton Manning. At times. Certain things he did reminded me of a young Peyton Manning, but then he just started getting exposed that he was pretty much a system quarterback. I don't think the system in Detroit, with the talent, is anything comparable to what he had in LA. Anything. Nothing close. I don't think the coaching is nothing. I don't expect him. I don't expect a lot of success in Detroit. I think they're gonna bring up the rear. I think they'll be the worst team in that division. I expect at most 5 wins out of that team. 5-12. Those are my expectations for them at most. Won't be surprised when they went 3-14, something like that. Then we have a toss-up between Minnesota and Chicago. Minnesota and Chicago. Now, Minnesota, as I said, I've been saying this over and over again today. This is the time of year when we talk about roster evaluation. And when you look at a football team, roster evaluation, Minnesota looks damn good. Minnesota, to me, when you looked at just roster, they always looked damn good. Always look damn good. They have a stud in Anthony Barr on defense that I don't think they've ever used properly, but he's still a stud. They went out and got Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson, who had a down year last year. I want to see if he can recover and be a Pro Bowl corner again, or is this the start of a downslide towards the end of his career? We're gonna see. They get Danielle Hunter back, but offensively, Jefferson, the other receiver, I'm forgetting his name, white guy, one of the best route runners of football in my opinion. Decent offensive line, and Dalvin Cook. Lord, Dalvin Cook is probably I won't say fastest, but quickest running back in football. Quickest running back in all of football. So Minnesota's going to be able to score points. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. Is he a great quarterback to overcome deficiencies? No. But when I look at everything they have on the offensive end, they'll be good. The fact that they didn't have a good enough defense to back up what they was doing offensively, because they had so many injuries on the defensive side of the ball. Mike Zimmer, you're getting some guys now. Let's see what you got. I do think they have a chance to make the playoffs. I think they will narrowly miss the playoffs. But I expect like a 10-7 season out of Minnesota. The team now coming third in that division, I think, is the Chicago Bears. I think everyone's forgetting something. First of all, I've always said that I hate to see great defenses wasted by poor quarterback play. I've said this routinely. I stand behind that. I think everyone's forgetting something. Before, right when they drafted Justin Fields, everyone said, "Oh God, Matt Nagy's going to rush him on." Everybody said, "Oh, Matt Nagy, because he's scared for his job, he's going to rush Justin Fields. He's going to rush him onto the field to save his own job. Then this kid is going to end up getting killed." That was the narrative. But now they saw Justin Fields in the preseason, and they seen this kid as a baller, has a chance to be a real baller. Now everybody's pissed off that he's not starting. Andy Dalton's going to start. Oh, Matt Nagy's not doing the right things, not starting Justin Fields. Excuse me. Just a couple of months ago, y'all was accusing this guy of possibly sabotaging his fucking career in the early going to save his own job. But now he's showing restraint and not starting the kid. You're bashing him for that. Listen, I think Matt Nagy coached some football. He went to the playoffs 2 out of 3 years with Mitchell Trubisky. That's saying something. Mitchell Trubisky, in my opinion, is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's proven that. I mean, one of those years, Mitchell Trubisky and his offense went to the Pro Bowl. I'm going to say this again for a fact. Mitchell Trubisky playing for Matt Nagy made a Pro Bowl. These are facts. Not only went to the playoffs, he went to the Pro Bowl. And if the kicker makes a kick, that Chicago team could have went to a Super Bowl. That's what Matt Nagy was able to do with Mitchell Trubisky. With Mitchell Trubisky, like I told you, there's quarterbacks every single year that comes along, and the underwear levels, they see how tall he is, and they come in there, they get drafted, and they come in the league, and it's not really that good. Mitchell Trubisky he's that. Matt Nagy was this close to a Super Bowl with that. Justin Fields is a hell of a lot more talented. We see that. And he fell right to him. They was able to trade up. It was perfect. But let's not rush him. The fact that they drafted Tevin Jenkins, one of my Giants, to get in the second round, but now he's also injured with a back injury. I think he might be back middle of the season, something like that. They have a great defense. We know Khalil Mack and them boys. How stout they are. Akeem Nicks, love him. One of the best tackles in the league, in my opinion. I mean, they're doing the right thing so this kid doesn't get beat up too much. Y'all heard me say this earlier today about Joe Burrow. You heard me say this earlier today about Trevor Lawrence. Why are you rushing Justin Fields to get that ass whooping that they're going to get? Just think about that. Now, the class of this division, very easily, in my opinion, is the Green Bay Packers. So this is about roster evaluation. Head coach, like the head coach. Quarterback, what's not to like? You have an A-Rod. What's not to like? Offensive, defensive lines. Offensive line, stout. They're not going to get their best left tackle. Excuse me. They're not going to get that great left tackle until some point in the season because he blew out his knee, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, but he had a big injury. However, I do expect A-Rod to still be A-Rod. I do still expect them to be able to run the football. They got enough weapons on the outside. Offense will be fine. My only question about this football team, you all know, I think this might be his last year. That's the beef between Aaron Rodgers and the organization. But on the football field, the problem with this team is defensively. I do think they're good, but they're the kind of defense that's designed to play with a lead. They're not designed to get into a physical fist fight against certain teams. They're not designed to get into that kind of a fist fight. That's why when you see them go against San Francisco, they get the shit beat out of them. They're designed to get into to use an analogy, they're designed to get into a boxing match. They're not designed to get into a fist fight. They're just not designed for that. Um, you got the Smith, and you got a couple other pass rushers. They're very good. You got Jair Alexander, one of the better corners in the league. So playing off of him, that other corner's going to get a whole lot of attention. Other corner's going to get a whole lot of attention. So when they're in positions where they're scoring a lot of points, they're forcing other teams to throw. They're going to be damn good. So I think it all depends on who they line up against. Who are they lining up against come playoff time? Because this is a team that can make the Super Bowl, but who do they end up playing against in the playoffs? That's what matters. And of course, the coach, don't do what the fuck you did last year. You have a fourth down with Aaron Rodgers. You live and die with Aaron Rodgers. But Green Bay is going to win this division. Nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. In the NFC, the easiest division to pick. That's my take. It's your boy Urban Sports Guru. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm out. Salute.